Take me to the heart of your computer. So this is Byte Forever, and today we're going to look at this Action Replay Mark IV cartridge by Datel Electronics. I think this was manufactured in 1988. Of course, this isn't the cartridge, this is just the instruction manual. This is what the cartridge looks like. Couple of push button switches on the back. One is freeze button, so that's one on the left, so that allows when you press that to freeze any program, any game, and enter a menu system where there's loads of stuff you can do. And the one on the right is a reset button. So what we'll do is just clear that away to there, put it in. So this is the old bread bin. Power it on. Hopefully, if switch the screen on. So here we are. This is the initial screen that you get when you power on. If you got the cartridge in, it replaces the basic title screen and prompt. You can get to that just by pressing F3 or F1. F1, it basically writes a known value to all the free memory. F5 utilities, these are a lot of disk utilities, so you can go into that menu, listing directories. So I could just do that with F3. There you go, I've got Bruce Lee, and this is 10 print ml. This was a disk file provided by the excellent 8-Bit Show and Tell channel on YouTube, where he looked at the Turbo Macro Pro Assembler, did some assembly programming, so I might try loading that up. Obviously, yeah, loads of other disk utilities like copying files, copying old disks. This tape slideshow, the manual actually says it's to run through tape files of high-res graphics images on the Commodore 64. Obviously, high-res means something different to modern computers, but there you go. So I guess just at this point, which is slightly strange, that you can't exit to the previous menu. You can exit to fast load. However, fast load on this doesn't appear to be compatible with the SD to IEC drive. So this is, well, that's focus. Don't think that'll focus. This is the SD to IEC. I got this from the Future's 8-bit, and yeah, anytime you try and load a file using this fast load, it doesn't work. There's only one option to exit to that. In fact, I'll demo that now, so you can do things like the. Some of the fast load functionality works, like F3, list a directory. The thing that doesn't work though is anything that's trying to load one of these files. So if you try, even if you try and load a file normally, using sort of the old even if you try and do that, it search for it, file not found every time, and you also get a little red LED flashing on the drive. So I take it that that's basically, it's not the fault of fast load. I think it's just the SD to IEC. So anyway, you press the reset button, goes back to this again, so you can just do a normal reset. It sort of corrupts the screen a little bit when you do that, but never mind. So we can do though, we can actually just oh no, of course I've got to load this manually, so direct commands, no. Just getting used to this again. So that command should show directory, and it doesn't. Okay, So yeah, I forgot you don't have the common one at the end. I think that common one is just for when you do the star command, where it just tries to load the first thing off the disk. I think that is. But now you can. So if I'll show you some of the features of this. This Action Replay cartridge when you're actually freezing a program. Obviously now I haven't got any fast loading, it just takes ages to run. So I'll just pause this. So this is Bruce Lee, got the Action Replay cartridge obviously plugged in, not using fast load because fast load doesn't work with my SD2AC. What I'm going to do is just demonstrate a few things on this. Turn the sound up a bit. It's actually quite cool tune. I've got the joystick plugged into control port 1, which I think is probably wrong. Oh no, it's right. Let's just exit that menu. So obviously I'm not going to do this as like this is how to play Bruce Lee, because that's not how you do it. What I'm going to do though is just pan down there, and if you press the freeze button, it actually stops the game running, and you can do loads of things with this menu. You can enter machine code monitor, so you can do it's quite a fully featured one as well. Not sure why you'd want to look at directory. Not entirely sure what parameters does. View sprites, so that's quite cool. You can do that, and you can actually see all the sprites in the game, and sort of scroll through all their animations. That's quite cool. Obviously, there. I'm not sure what these ones are. They sort of appear to be almost uninitialized. I'm not really familiar with any of the other bits of this menu. I have tried a few things, but don't appear anyway to sort of affect the game when you restart or re-enter the game. And just pressing. So, for example, what you would think if you sort of wiped that one, and when you went back, if you quit out of that with Q, and then press F3 to restart the game, you'd expect actually that little ninja there would sort of disappear when you sort of had him standing straight up. Doesn't appear to happen. Let's just freeze it again. So what else have we got in this menu? So pokes, yeah, if you got a magazine back in the day, sometimes it came with pokes for games, like allowed you to get like infinite lives, stuff like that. Again, modify text. I think some of the things like this you can sort of let's try something like score. Whoops, that's not actually typed, is it? New text is help or help. I don't know if the keyboard needs another clean. So actually has that crashed the game? Okay. No, I think that doesn't crash the game, that's actually just going back to the game screen. It does that while it processes the last command that you're doing. So it's now actually found score in there. So pressing the key, let's try that again. I noticed top was in there, so we could do old. Oh, come on, this keyboard. Did clean it actually as part of sort of little restore I did on it. So don't know what I can replace that with. Let's just replace it with anything like LOL. Oh, that's not. I was pressing the key, but it's putting a space in instead. That is weird. Again, it goes to that screen. So I've got top there. So that is again, zero currency. So I'm not sure if a lot of this stuff actually works in other games, or no, this is the only one I tried it with. Oh yeah, you can save pictures, like if you've got in. Let's try that actually. So save, picture save, didn't appear to do anything. Press D for directory. So obviously it's not saved it to disk, so not actually sure what that was doing. Wrong graphics mode, press any key, try to do S again. Yeah, so there's a few of these things that sort of don't immediately look like they work. For monitor. In fact, now I've entered that, I don't actually know how you exit the monitor. Let me just pause the recording and just check how you do that. Okay, so obviously it was X to exit to freeze screen, and then we can just back to the game, which I assume, yeah, it's not crashed. So yeah, it seems pretty reliable in doing that. I think other than, there's quite a few other features, most of them relate to sort of fast load or sort of saving images of games or whatever program you've had running after you've sort of loaded it, and it has like a special mode that say allows the game, I think it's called warp times 25. So that is the Datel Electronics Action Replay Mark IV. As ever, thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.